Peace family, back again at you with a new video, and we're going to break down this Portuguese text explaining slavery of Japanese people, that they enslaved before, you know what I'm saying, that, you barely hear these stories, but you know what I'm saying, that was a reset, and that these Japanese people, they were slaves. Yeah, they used to be Portuguese slaves, according to this article. I'm gonna read it. It's in Portuguese, but I will break it down for you. You know what I'm saying? Poucos têm conhecimento sobre o assunto, mas este facto pode ter contribuído para a expulsão dos portugueses do Japão e o seu isolamento de mais de 200 anos. See that? Eles estão a dizer que they're saying, that few people have the knowledge about this matter, about the fact that the expulsion of the Portuguese people from Japan, and their isolation from them for over 200 years. Yeah, they don't like the Portuguese. You see that? Isso é o que relata o pesquisador MICHIO, autor do livro Peru Togoro no Secomaninchi Keizei to not during, well, speaking some different language here, right here. Publicação de 2013 pela editora de Cajundeza de Tradução Livre de Colonização Portuguesa de Escravos Japoneses. Okay, there is the author about that is about the colonization of the Portuguese slaves, the Japanese that were Portuguese slaves. You know what I'm saying? Michio Kitahara revela em seu livro que ao longo da segunda metade do século XVI e até o século XVII, os comerciantes portugueses venderam japoneses como escravos no exterior, de modo que no final do século XVI, em grande número de japoneses estava em várias partes da Ásia. So they go to say that this Japanese guy is saying that in his own book, he reveals that the so-called Michio Kitahara, he reveals that in his book, that in the other half of the 16th and 17th century, the businessman commercials, Portuguese businessman, he's been selling Japanese like slaves, and in the final of the after the 16th century, a big number of Japanese were everywhere in many parts of Asia, according to him. This is the book I want you guys to see. It's called Michio Kitahara. Okay, Portuguese, Africans were not the only people they've been enslaving, as you can see. Yeah, it was a reset thing, and they were using people, you know what I'm saying, for do business for some reason, and they had these Japanese people enslaved. Right there, he wrote a book. Os japoneses escravizados por comerciantes portugueses foram encontrados nas regiões onde Portugal era dominante como potência colonial, como na Índia, Sudeste Ásia, China, Parlamento de Macau, Strait de Malacca. Okay, that Goa and India. So that's the places where you will find these Japanese slaves, because there were the lands where the Portuguese were ruling, yeah? And they tell you the sudest of Asia, south of China, Macau, and Strait of Malacca. Strait of Malacca. And Goa and India. In India, yeah. And, you know, I just wanted to share this because I'm not going to be reading. You guys don't understand what I'm reading. But I'm just trying to break down. And it says that is a very, is a shocking revelation, you know what I'm saying? And he says he doesn't know why will someone hide this, you know? This matter of Japanese slavery is not general knowledge. Yeah, it's been hidden because they needed to amplify this Negro slavery. You understand that? All the evidences about Japanese, you know, slave evidence of Japanese slaves. See that? They even show you here. They have evidence of Japanese slave. They enslaved everybody. They were doing resets, man. So whatever were left, they were enslaving, and getting them out of the land where they were whatever they were, to get the whole thing changed. They had to move people and enslave them. Yeah. So they go on explaining. You know what I'm saying, on and on and on. Yeah. It says down there in those last line that in Lisbon, many families would have show-offs of slaves, Japanese slaves, like products of import. And there are also talks about girls being sold as for sexual means, you know what I'm saying? They were raped, exported, and sent to Portugal and other countries and forced, you know what I'm saying? Forced to sleep with many different men, you know what I'm saying? So they did the same thing they tell you they did to these niggers. They did here to the Japanese, but they hide in it. They hide this story from you. They won't tell you, people. Yeah, they won't tell you these stories anywhere. Even the Japanese author is furious why their history is being hidden, because they want to amplify these Negroes. Yeah, because the Japanese people were getting banged and were getting chained and was getting sold by the Portuguese, but nobody gonna tell you that. You know that? In that time, Japan was involved in a deep war, civil war, and that lasted for decades, and were violent and bloody, and various between military chiefs in search of power. See that? While they were doing all that, the people were getting enslaved and sold. So it's all a plan. Okay, that told you be careful with these warmongering boys, religious warmongering boys. That's the people that do these things to your country and to your people. Everything is okay, and next minute they make a war, you're gonna end up slave somewhere else. That's what happens. You understand that? Because they were resetting. That's all. It was just leftover people that were lost and didn't know what they're doing, so they just get them and sell them somewhere else, get them lost out of the operations. You know what I'm saying? So that's it, man. And it says there in these big black letters that the Portuguese got expulsed, got busted out of the Japanese archipelago. So, you know, in 1587, the government Toyotomi Hideyoshi boot them out. Okay? And he says what? He says that this is way beyond of hellfire, what they did to their people. So he sacked all Portuguese out of there, man. For 200 years, the Japanese don't want to deal with them. Ain't that something, people? They never ever tell you that. Mas se a expulsão não tivesse ocorrido. Okay. I'm gonna stop. I just wanted you guys to be aware of that. That the Japanese was part of slave trade, just like the Negro were beaten up, woman was sold, were raped as a prostitute, were killed, were sold as slave. Just the same things that they claim they did to the Negroes, they did to them. They locked them up and they reset them. Understand that? Yeah? That's it, man. I love you all. Keep the laws and instructions of wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. I love you all. I'll press the Most High. Peace to all.